How did you apply at Uber?
I used to apply in three ways. One is via LinkedIn. When I say via LinkedIn, it's via referral, and one is via.
What are the resources you followed for DSA?
I used to follow Striver A to Z sheet. So I had finished the sheet. And
for system design, what you do?
I was pretty much confused for like resources which I have to follow, how I have to follow. Later then I realized that there is one book.
A lot of people say that DSA is not important. So for them, I want to say that he faced a lot of rejections because of DSA. How was the interview journey? Like how many rounds were there at Uber?
We will have 6 rounds. When I say 6 rounds, first round is kind of.
So what is the compensation structure at SDE-2 level in Uber looks like?
Okay.
Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Arideep Dutta, currently working as a software engineer at Rippling. So today we are having with us Saiabhiteja, who has just cracked an SD2 offer from Uber. So let's hear from him, his journey and his experience. So hi Saiabhiteja, could you please quickly introduce yourself?
Yeah, hello everyone. I'm Saiabhiteja Chipuri, a computer science graduate from NIT Silchar, and currently working as a software engineer at Uber. And previously I was working at Cloudera.
Great. So Uber is your second company?
Yes.
Okay. So let's start with our first question, that how did you apply at Uber? Like there are various ways to apply, like via LinkedIn, via referral, via direct applying. So what strategies you use to apply at Uber and other companies?
Okay, so basically via I used to apply in three ways.
Okay.
One is via LinkedIn. When I say via LinkedIn, it's via referral, and one is via direct portal,
Okay.
and one is via Naukari. So what I used to do is exactly I had two resumes, which is having two different email IDs and two different phone numbers. Pretty much skills are here and there same. But what I exactly used to do is when I see any job application, I used to apply via direct portal using one resume.
Okay.
And using different resume, I used to get referral in the LinkedIn, so that I don't miss a chance. Like let's say
Exactly.
When we are getting a referral, if there is any chance of the person who don't replace us.
Yeah.
So in that case, I don't want to miss. So I used to directly apply in the portal itself.
Okay.
Yeah. So for Uber opportunity, I got it via referral. I did apply via direct, but direct I didn't get anything. I did got referral, then I was able to shortlist to interview.
Okay. So was Naukri really helpful? You also
Yeah, and Naukari was really helpful. Like I got few startup offers. I mean, where I was able to at least start with my interviews.
Exactly.
So when I was starting, I was pretty much not that much confident to give interviews. But in the Naukari, I was able to get few interviews. So that was helpful for my to start my journey actually.
Exactly. So before, because a lot of people, what they do is before applying to these big MNCs, they want to give some interviews to get an experience that they are
Yes.
prepared, what type of questions can be asked,
Yes.
to get into that flow.
Yes.
So that's a great thing which everyone can do. And also, we can't comment that this is right or wrong maintaining two different resumes, but yeah, there may be chances that you are looking for a referral and that position got closed till you got the referral.
Yes.
So it's better to apply and then wait for a referral, and if you are getting a referral, then it's very well and good. Yeah, that's a great thing which we can do. Okay, so my next question is, how was the interview journey? Like how many rounds were there at Uber? From starting from applying at Uber to getting the offer, could you please quickly walk us over the whole process?
Okay, so basically, we will have 6 rounds. When I say 6 rounds, first round is kind of OA, online assessment, which we have. So in my case, I didn't have OA because I was through referral.
Okay.
So I had rest 5 rounds. So when I say 5 rounds, first round is phone screening round, which is kind of having DSA question, and it's an elimination round. And if we are qualified with this round, we'll be having next 2 rounds.
Okay.
So in this next 2 rounds, one round is nothing but low level design, and one more is DSA.
Okay.
So when this aggregated feedback is taken for next 2 rounds.
Okay.
So next 2 rounds are high level design, which is bar raiser round, and manager round. So total 5 rounds. So I was, let's say we have applied on day 1. So I got the recruiter call on day 3, and I had my first round scheduled on day 7. And after this phone screening round, they took more than a week for getting back. So after that, I had 4 rounds, which have been scheduled in the same week. So it's like August second week, which I have all 4 rounds, which are scheduled in in the same week itself. So
Okay.
I had only just one Monday gap. Rest everything was in the past. Flow itself, 4 rounds.
Okay. So once the interview got over, how much time do it take to roll out the offer?
So in my case, actually what happened, I had 2 offers, which were in the competing time in the same time, because of which I got bit early offer.
Okay.
But usually Uber takes more than a week to get the numbers, to get the date and all stuff. But in my case, they gave me it in 2 days itself.
Okay.
Yeah, I completed my final round on Thursday, So I got my results on Saturday. Actually, Saturday was not working day, but I had Monday other joining, so they had to do it on Saturday.
Nice. So yeah, as you were preparing and you were giving interviews, so I think Uber was not on the only company you were giving interviews. So what were the other offers you had? Like you can also walk us over the rejections you got and what are the other offers you have, both upside and downside.
Okay, so let's talk about rejections first. So I started with few startups where I was giving actively, but I was rejected because of my data structures. I didn't have that much good grip on data structure. Then later, after getting good grip, I was rejected in Oracle second round.
Okay.
And then later in Salesforce, I was not able to solve DSA question as well. And then later, it's not a rejection. I was in interview process of Google. After second round, they kind of freezed the hiring.
Okay.
So because of which I was not able to go for further rounds. When it comes to offers buyer, like I had offer from Flexport and one from Intuit and Uber.
Okay. So a lot of people say that DSA is not important. So for them, I want to say that he faced a lot of rejections because of DSA. So obviously DSA is something which you can't skip. Yeah, a lot of people will say that DSA is not everything. You can do development, but yeah, DSA is not everything, but DSA is something. So, like out of curiosity, I'm asking one question that you face a lot of rejection from very good companies like Google and all. So, how you face those rejections? Like obviously, when I was giving interview, I also got rejection from Zepto and CleverTap. I got very much little sort of depressed that okay, I got rejected. So, how you cope up with that and then made your mind that I need to do a comeback?
Yes. So for the first rejection, when I had it Oracle, so I was like 2 days I was not able to figure out what exactly went wrong.
Exactly.
But later, then after 2 days, I was able to sit down, pen down everything, what exactly went wrong, and why exactly they have rejected me. So then something I got a flow. Like I thought, okay, this is something which I'm missing.
Right.
So I started from not pretty much basics, but at least something where I can start. Like let us say, if I was able to stumble for medium question, so I started doing medium questions again. So I used to follow like a pattern, like daily 2 questions, 3 questions, where I used to solve at least 2 medium questions, one hard question. So after some 2-3 weeks, I was feeling confident. Then I was able to do next interviews.
Okay.
So feedback was something which I wrote for myself, helped me.
Okay. So here will be one suggestion from my end. Like if you're giving an interview and if you're getting rejected, so please just ask if, for a follow up from the recruiter at what went wrong. Sometimes recruiter they just ghost you. So keep on mailing them 2-3 times at least to get a feedback so that you could know that where you messed up the things. So yeah, that's really important. And yeah, feeling a little bit down is acceptable, but keeping staying there is not acceptable. You have to get up and fight back. Like that's a great story of you getting rejected and getting selected at Uber. And so, while your preparation, what are the resources you followed for DSA specifically?
So when you say about DSA Bhaiya, like I used to follow Striver A to Z sheet.
Okay.
So Striver Bhaiya had did a good sheet where we have around 400 questions. So I had finished the sheet. And before that, during my college days, I used to do CSCS problem set. And during those days, we have Striver Bhaiya's SD sheet as well.
Right.
So I finished that SD sheet during my college days and CSCS problem set as well. And apart from this, I used to do daily question in Geeks for Geeks. And when it comes to lead code also, I used to do daily question. So parallelly, I used to also give competitions in Geeks for Geeks as well, lead code as well.
Okay.
So this is something I had a flow in the DSA. So like I had 1 year, I gave gap for when I was working for Cloudera. Then later I got my flow back.
Okay. So like consistency is very important in DSA. Without that, you won't be able to think in that perspective. And for system design, what do you use?
So for system design, I was pretty much confused for like resources which I have to follow, how I have to follow. Later, then I realized that there is one book, System Design Interview by Alex
XU. Great book.
Yeah, I got 2 parts of it. So I just ordered offline book and I started preparing. So when I was preparing, it had a pretty good structure,
exactly,
like steps how we have to follow the system design question. So with that, I was able to let us say if I'm searching about some database. So if they mention some database, I used to search parallelly, like what exactly YouTube. In YouTube, there would be something similar.
Exactly.
So which helped me, like and nowadays we do have ChatGPT. So whatever is there, I used to give the voice prompt and get the feedback. Okay, this is my understanding. What exactly where I am? Am I correct? So this is something I used to do for system design. And after these books, Bhaiya, I followed awesome system design. So basically, this is a GitHub repo where
I've heard it.
do you have like everything pretty much documented.
Exactly.
Like from articles, the questions, the standard questions, they do have their YouTube channels. Everything is pretty much documented. So these two resources helped me a lot while preparing for high level design.
I love designing.
And when it comes to low level design, there is one channel by like a Code with Aryan.
Code with
Aryan Bhaiya, like who works in Confluent. He made this, which is pretty much same as Striver Sheet. So it
Okay.
also have like how Striver Bhaiya did, even Aryan Bhaiya did same thing in a LLD.
LLD.
He is also doing for HLD, but LLD sheet was pretty much helpful. Like it also had multi-threading. So then later I followed one more website called Refactoring with Guru.
Okay.
So in that, what exactly I can do was, I was pretty much into Java. So when I want to learn, I mean, there will be two languages. Let us say if you want to convert it to C++, how exactly we are doing. So that website is pretty much helpful with different examples. So low level designs, these two resources I have used.
Great. So one advice which I'd like to give to my viewers is that a lot of people use only ChatGPT for HLD. So here, why? And they ask me that why shall I go for reading books and all. So if you will ask some question to ChatGPT, it will give you a very specific answer.
Yes.
So your vision won't be broadened. But when you read books, you will be able to know, okay, this also exists. Okay, this also exists. Then you search for that particular topic or into ChatGPT, you will get to know more in depth about that topic.
Yes.
But in order to search, you should know that topic exists.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
If you don't know caching exists, how will you search for it and then go in depth? Right. So that's the reason why you should go for books, and these books are really great. I have finished this book like 4 times, like volume 1 and volume 2, when I was preparing, because that was very interesting.
Yes, yes.
And I made a proper notes of them as well. So yeah, let's move to the next question. Like, how was the difficulty level of all arounds at Uber, and what topics were asked, which you'd like to suggest?
Okay, so I want to go with round wise, Bhaiya. So let's say like in first round we had phone screening. So pretty much in each round Uber gives 60 minutes. So in these 60 minutes they schedule first 10 minutes for introduction, 5 minutes, last 5 minutes for asking questions or getting feedback, something like that, and 45 minutes for solving a problem.
45 minutes.
Yes. So in my phone screening round, I got a medium to hard level question.
Okay.
So which is based on sliding window concept. So it is kind of extension of a standard question. But at Uber, they do add flavors like adding story. They give it's like a Uber driver who was to do something.
Real life type of.
Yes, real life type question. Like we have to be able to figure it out. That is a DSA question kind of, which is standard with extension.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and the interviewers at Uber, like they do have lots of interest how we are going to optimize. So let us say like I say some brute force solution. So they pretty much question me like each and every step. How am I going to optimize? Why am I going to optimize?
Right.
So these two
you have
things.
To justify.
Yes, we have to justify, and we also have to justify what exactly data structure you are using. Why exactly we are using that data structure.
Okay.
They do cross question like for each and every step which we are going to take.
Okay.
So in my question, I was able to provide 4 different solutions. Kind of first one was brute force, and then I have like small optimization. Last one was optimal.
Okay.
So like when I was optimizing from 1 to 2. The interviewer was pretty much interested, like why the brute force won't work.
Right.
How exactly you are optimizing? Why exactly you are optimizing? He was asking me pretty much test cases as well. With for each and every solution, he was asking me the time complexity, space complexity, what is the worst case and the best case, and how exactly you state this worst and best cases.
So it means that when you are doing a particular solutions optimization, you should know everything like time complexity, space complexity, why are you doing, how are you going to do.
Yes.
And you should be able to justify and convince your interviewer for that. Okay. And so what are other topics, just topics you can say?
Okay. So in my first round of the interview, where the DSA question, so I got a question from graphs. So Uber, when I search for interview experiences and all stuff, I was able to figure out that Uber is pretty much into dynamic programming or graphs. When it comes to some medium to hard questions, they do ask. So I was pretty much prepared with the graph concepts as well. So they kind of put a story, it's like a carpooling structure.
Right.
And it was able to like, we'll get the optimal solution using disjoint set.
Okay.
So I was able to give them 3 solutions. One is with BFS, one is with DFS, and one more with DSU. So the interviewer was asking like how exactly DSU will be helping here. So he was asking me, you think I'm a beginner who don't know disjoint set. How would you explain?
Oh, nice.
So he gave me 5 minutes to explain whole data structure. Then he asked me to code. So exactly what they do is they ask us each and every solution, but we have to code the optimal solution, and they do have some test cases which are hidden. So once they are passed, that round is positive feedback.
Okay, so graph, sliding window, and these are some of the common topics which one should prepare if they are
Yes.
preparing for Uber and all. Nice. So my next question is, like, you can keep it like a rapid fire round. Like I'll ask you a question, you can say in one word, one line. So the first question is, what was the difficulty level of the question that Uber asked you?
So I would place it like for 10, I would place in the phone screening round it as 8 by 10. And when it comes to DSA round, I would place it as like 8.5 to 9 because the story which have they added, even though it is pretty much like once boils down, it is pretty much similar
Well,
question.
you have
which
to
we
boil down.
Yes.
That's
So that is something where is which
with
is
that
tricky part.
pressure in your mind.
Yes.
Exactly.
So for that, I would rate it as 9 by 10.
And HLD?
HLD is kind of so. We can also take it by 9 by 10 by a because they were asking me for each and everything. So let us say when I say database. So the pretty much what happened was I was going through structured database. I was using Postgres and all stuff. The interviewer, he asked me a question. He said, so let us say if company has decided to move to NoSQL or some norm has came or something which we are trying to do. So how are you going to shift?
Shift. Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah. So till then I was like defending SQL.
Yeah.
For just to not to go to NoSQL.
Okay.
Then he made me to think completely differently.
Yeah.
So that is something like I can keep their HLD round is pretty much standard, but they do ask different questions.
Okay.
So that is kind of 9 by 10. And for LLD by A, like it's kind of 8 by 10 because like I don't have to write whole code, but at least like we have to explain class structure, the design patterns which we have. So that's kind of 8 by 10. And I would like to mention about this managerial round by A, where in other interviews, I didn't find that much in-depth questions in the day-to-day work life. But in Uber, they were stressing each and every point, like whom will I talk, like the higher level. So is it product manager? Is it CTO? Like how exactly you will talk? What exactly is communication? Day-by-day works and all stuff. So managerial round was also pretty much, I would not say difficult, but tricky part was there. So it's kind of 7 by 10, something like that.
So next question is like, will you say that communication is very much important? We should pay attention to during interviews.
Yes. So what exactly I would say is when I mentioned about HLD round, the interviewer was pretty much okay, but like whatever solution I am saying, he was cross questioning me every time. But every time he's also dropping few hints. Like saying, okay, when I say this thing, when we are going to distance calculation, so how exactly you do you use geohash? Like he's asking me some kind of hint he is giving in the question itself. Do you go to geohash or what exactly you will do? So he's mentioning some words. So I would say like we have to pay much attention to the question also. Maybe sometimes we'll be having hint in that.
Like you have to be in a mode of discussion.
Yes.
Like he's saying something, you are listening something, and you both should be in a same page.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a great thing. So what is the compensation structure at SD2 level in Uber looks like? Like the average, could you please tell us?
Okay, so I would like to divide it into 4 parts, Bhaiya. So when I say in 4 parts, first would be the base part. So the base part for SD2 is kind of we are having 35 to 60
range,
which the range, the minimum to maximum. And why, like this depends on the interview performance and the experience which we have. And then later I would say the joining bonus. So joining bonus is something which they give when they want to compensate with some other offer or something.
Okay.
And annual bonus is pretty much same for everyone, which ranges from 3 to 10 lakhs according to the experience of whatever it goes, the performance. And when it comes to stocks, so they do provide from $50K to $100K. This is also pretty much on the interview performance and the experience. So whole we can take it as around 60 as a CTC. So from the base, like and it can go to 1 crore. It depends actually.
It can go to 1 CR. That's a great digit if someone is cracking the interview with a very strong years type of feedbacks. That's great. So before ending this interview, I want to ask one last question. What are the top 3 tips you'd like to give to someone who is preparing for companies like Uber for an SD2 role? So let's talk about specifically for Uber and SD2 for an SD2 role, and we can discuss about that.
Okay. So first thing is like we should be pretty strong with DSA. I would not say like for the HLD, LLD, everything should be pretty standard.
Yeah.
We should be also prepared for that. And one more thing which I want to mention was So I started preparing last year, I mean 2024 November.
Okay.
So I was waiting till I will finish everything, then I will
Oh.
start applying. So this took me more than 8 months.
Yeah.
But I would suggest to someone so that like they would prepare parallelly, they would also apply.
Start applying. Exactly.
Yeah, this is something which I want to mention. Yes.
It's a never-ending process.
Yes, yes.
So you have to keep on preparing. You have to give you a timeline that I'll prepare for 2-3 months.
Yes.
After that, I'll, no matter how much I'm prepared, I will start applying. Because there is no end to DSA.
Yes.
There is no end to system design. And moreover, you told that you have to be good with data structures. So yeah, obviously, if you are preparing a lot HLD, so first of all, you have to clear first 2-3 rounds of DSA. Then only you will get an opportunity for system design.
Yes.
Right. Yes. So DSA is very important. You have to prepare really well. So yeah, thanks a lot, Aviteja, for sharing your experience. So I hope this will help our viewers to prepare for companies like Uber. And yeah, you will get to learn a lot of things. Like he got a lot of rejections. From that, he took the feedback. He started preparing DSA again. He started working on his weak points. And today he's working as an SDE-2 at Uber. It's a great thing. So thank you. Thanks a lot for coming here and sharing your experience. Yes, it was nice.
Thank you, Thank you for this opportunity.
That's all about today's video. Like, share, subscribe this video. Let's meet in the next video. Bye-bye.